What's up, and welcome down to the Matt Cave. We are continuing Animation Friday from over on the Star Wars guys, but doing the second half down here in the Matt Cave. And I'm just giving Paul and Mike a chance to get everything all situated so that we can get back up to speed where we left off. If you guys are just joining in for the first time on this, the first half of this show is over on the Star Wars guys, and we're working our way through the Clone Wars season 2, and we have begun the Mandalore plot again. That story arc within this series leads to much bigger things down the line, and we're going to start to jump in very deep into these. So let me just make sure that we got everything functioning here. And I see Leia Rose here. I see the Star Wars Obsession, Cobra Disney Jedi. Welcome back. Welcome back. And yeah, this is definitely a series that is normally over on the Star Wars guys, but due to some technical difficulties, we decided we would shift it over here to see if we get a better result. So like I said, I'll just give Paul and Mike a chance to kind of get everything situated over there, and we're going to hope for the best. But in the meantime, while we wait for Paul and Mike, let me ask you guys in the chat, as far as the Clone Wars goes, we're about midway through the second season at this point. And for those of you that have gone through that series, maybe just once, maybe a few times like I have, what are your thoughts overall? Did this series change the way you look at Star Wars? Do you look at everything the same way? Could you live without it? What are you guys' thoughts about this series overall? Dark Scorpion, welcome back. Good to see you. Yeah, this is definitely a very cool series that there's so much to talk about. All right, I think we've got the Star Wars guys coming back in. What do we got? What do we got? Are we going to get success? It's loading. We're going to give them a second here to try to join in, and hopefully we get success here to keep going, because this story arc in season 2 of Clone Wars sets up a lot of things. I'm hearing audio. I don't see any picture. There they are. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Excellent. You guys are coming in a little blurry, but
Yep, we can hear you.
are here.
Is there a delay for us?
Oh, there is a delay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think, yeah, there's a delay. What?
Oh no.
My question before Leia says it did change
At
her
least-
mind about Star Wars.
Seems to be a little bit better though than the
Yeah. Okay. What now? How about now?
Actually, is that better when you're just on audio?
I don't know. I was asking you.
It might be a little bit better.
Is the delay still there?
Let's test it. Is there still a delay? Yes or no? Oh, there is.
We hear fine.
All right. Well, I think we could work with that.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me see this real quick. I'm going to turn the volume down though.
Mhm. Are you guys looking at this through StreamYard itself or through the
Right,
screen?
that should do it.
Okay. So,
Mhm.
kind of continuing.
I'm losing you guys a lot. Stand by, everybody. Stand by. If you guys can hear me, did you guys reboot your equipment? I think if you guys had a better connection up by where
I
Paul was
rebooted my
before.
router on the way home, on the way over here. I don't know what Michael's done.
I have realized I might get in trouble.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know then.
I wonder if this is a total Xfinity thing.
Could be.
It could be a little bit of a
We were just
deeper
thinking that
issue.
maybe this is something wrong with our service as a whole because we both use the same server, Xfinity. Now he has a different router than me, of course, but perhaps Xfinity itself is the problem.
Oh, there's two different. Oh, so you guys have 3 networks in the house?
I live in a different house than him.
Oh, you went. Oh, I thought you guys were still in the same same house.
No.
Okay.
No.
Ah, all right.
He lives with our parents. I live with my grandmother.
Okay. All right, interesting. So we have a couple possible issues there, but I'm hearing you guys a lot better now.
Okay.
So I think we can roll with it. Just I don't have the same banner pop-ups at the moment, but I'll start to
That's fine.
build them as we go.
Mhm. And I guess we'll just keep the camera off for the time being.
Right.
I guess for now we could do it that way. I hate for you guys to have to do that, but hey, you know what? If it works, the
Yeah, if
show
it
must go
works.
on.
Exactly. So we were in the middle of talking about Voyage of Temptation, and we basically set it up where Dutch Satine's aide that got hired by Death Watch to assassinate her using those droids.
Mm-hmm.
And toward the end of the episode, maybe I might try a love cover with Disney Jedi. But toward the end of the episode, Satine's taken hostage, and it's revealed that her aide, the traitor, had rigged up the ship to blow at the push of a button.
Mm-hmm.
And it's here that Satine and Obi-Wan's feeling for each other truly are revealed, where Obi-Wan outright says, "Had you said the words, Satine, I would have left the order."
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
when
that's a
I first
huge
saw
moment.
that, it is, and when I first saw that, it made me think that really Obi-Wan and Anakin aren't as different as we had thought. That Satine truly is Obi-Wan's Padme. But Obi-Wan adheres to the Jedi Code more than Anakin did. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's where Obi-Wan is able to make it work, and where Anakin ultimately does later on.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know. I
it
still
makes me
feel
start
like
to- Go ahead, Mike.
I don't know. When I first saw the scene, I first thought, okay, maybe they aren't necessarily bluffing, but they're only expressing their feelings as a means to manipulate the traitor, where it's not like a genuine moment, but at the same time they weren't completely lying.
Yeah, and it's
Does
one
that
of
make
those
sense?
plot lines that makes me wonder if Obi-Wan was trying to protect Anakin from going through what he went through.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been. And then right after that, of course, we get a really interesting setup where, in order to get the ship back right, either Duchess Satine has to kill her aide, or Obi-Wan has to kill him, and basically both have to betray what they believe is, the way to peace.
And of course, Anakin goes into guns a-blazing, for lack of a better term.
I like how he says, "Which one of you is going to designate yourself as the cold-blooded killer?" And then he gets impaled by Anakin.
Yeah.
And Anakin's like, what? He was gonna blow up the ship.
See, it's so funny because so many of the Jedi Masters will give Anakin a hard time about doing your duty and doing what you have to do. And it's even when he does, he's just kind of like, what? That was what we needed to do.
Exactly. I saw a video once on YouTube of random moments in the Clone Wars where you can see that Anakin is slowly becoming Vader, and that was one of the moments that they had included.
Yeah, it's definitely one of his darker moments. I wouldn't say it's ridiculously dark. We see much darker Anakin as we go in certain other plot lines, but yeah, there's hints throughout these early episodes.
Yeah. And of course, I was not quite here yet for the discussion regarding the actual methodology of finding the traitor. But luckily, I made a meme a while back where basically I said that it was more or less a emergency meeting from Among Us, where even though we've said Among Us as a quote so many times, both in this series and of course with Tuesday Night Trek, where it seems like a recurring theme is the fact that there's an imposter.
Mhm.
That's literally what it is. The fact
Exactly.
that there's a fake.
Well, there's been, so far, we've already had a handful of murder mysteries within the Clone Wars, and that's something that does continue as we go. Um, this one in particular having a lot more deeper consequences than others have in the past. You know, we're dealing with the fate of all of Mandalore here.
That is very true. And ultimately that theme continues with the next episode, which I believe is called Duchess of Mandalore.
Yep, Duchess of Mandalore. So this definitely gets into a lot of politics in the world of Mandalore. A lot of backstabbing, a lot of just dirty tricks up character sleeves here.
Yeah, I tell you what, this was the episode that really made me dislike Mas Amida.
Mm.
Just the way that he, for lack of a better term, was gaslighting Duchess Satine the whole time into basically ridiculing her into believing in a way forward for peace that didn't involve bringing war to Mandalore. And even Palpatine himself, not Palpatine as Sidious, but Palpatine, sort of got involved with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she does plead her case to the Senate in this one. We get the whole Senate room and everything, just like we see in Phantom Menace. But it's one of these plots that like there was no winning for her because we already had Dooku plotting with the opposing side to take over Mandalore, and this was becoming just really overall part of Palpatine's plot of really just getting a foothold in every major artery in the galaxy.
Exactly. So what happens is after she's done pleading her case, we find out that she's being hunted by a sniper. Actually, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. They see a recording played by one of Satine's aides talking about how the Republic needs to be on Mandalore, how can't handle that by themselves. They need the help of the clone army. But turns out that that's not the full recording, and Satine meets up with another one of her aides to get the full recording undercover. But the aide is shot by a Mandalorian sniper, and everyone believes Satine was the murderer. She's on the run. Obi-Wan is able to help her, and they basically get the real recording to the Senate, and at least for now, the Army of the Republic does not go to occupy Mandalore. But even still, Mas Amida gives her a look like, you got lucky on this one.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it really hinged on getting that full recording to know what was what was supposed to be told to the people of Mandalore. Like I said before, it's a very political episode at this point, which is fine. I love that they go into the politics of the galaxy in this show because you see so much more of it in this series than you do in the movies. It's just kind of, in comparison, it's just hinted at in the movies. This, we really go deep into the political side of this. Daryl the Derelict, what's up, dude?
And hey, Daryl, real quick, I'm sorry for sending you that StreamYard link only to cancel the stream on you. I would not have done that unless I absolutely had to.
Yeah, we ran into some technical difficulties, but hey, you're certainly welcome to join here.
So overall, what did you guys think of this 3-episode arc as a whole? Because I think so far it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, this sets up so much that we end up seeing much later. It was one of those plots that I wasn't even sure if we'd ever really go back into it. You know, because seeing this at that time, it wasn't, and it was years before we revisited Mandalore.
Mm-hmm. And Michael, what did you think of 3 episodes as a whole?
Well, I do think that it was a good few mini episodes. Obviously, my favorite one being the first part of the series of episodes where we get to finally see the Darksaber. Just because we had never seen something like that before.
Yeah, that bringing the Darksaber in was huge. That was so before we even knew it, it was such a defining moment. And it's so great going back to this, knowing what we know now. Just it became even more powerful.
Oh yeah. So the next episode after this is Senate Murders. And this is another, at least that I know of, single sort of standalone episode that some might consider filler, but as our 4th person on the panel, Timothy, always says, it's not filler, it's world building. So
this is true.
The main crux of this episode is that there's this bill that's trying to get passed in the Senate, trying to stop the creation of more clones that Padme and Senator Anaconda Farr and Bail Organa and Mon Mothma. This is the first time we see her in this show. They're trying to get this bill passed to put a quicker end to the Clone Wars and so that diplomacy can resume. But there are 2 senators, one of which happens to come from Kamino, that are outwardly opposed to this. Well, during a private meeting, Senator Anaconda Farr ends up dying of poison. And so a big murder mystery. We have another murder mystery.
Murder mystery.
And, yep. In this one, basically, it's Padme and Bail Organa that's investigating it this time instead of the Jedi. And we're introduced to a really, really weaselly character that is, do you remember what his name is?
I don't, but I know exactly who you're talking about. He's like the detective who is trying to do everything by the book and wants as little interference from the senators as possible, even though the senators clearly know a little bit more about what's going on.
Yes. And real quick, Dark Scorpion, seeing your comment you just put in there, Coffee on Korriban couldn't make it because he is going to go see Spider-Man No Way Home tonight, and that's where he is.
He got a surprise date with the wife.
Yes, he did. Which I'll reiterate here on this channel. We talked about it at the beginning of our stream on our channel earlier. Spoiler-free review. Go see this movie. Right, Michael?
Yes, go see the movie. It definitely is the best way I can describe it without having to spoil it. Is that it's the kind of movie that'll bring anybody together.
Yes. And one last thing about that, Dark Scorpion, please don't take it personally that I deleted your 2 comments in the chats. I just really do not want to spoil this movie for anyone.
Oh, good. I didn't even see him. Yeah, no spoilers for Spider-Man. A bunch of us haven't seen it yet, but we'll see it soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So
Now this
Af-
was the senator that got poisoned, wasn't it? Wasn't it the one that Padme calls her uncle? Was it
Yes,
Anno?
Uncle
Yes.
Anno.
Yeah. Because we saw him in the prior episode also, so he started to have a little bit of more of a role, and then all of a sudden gets taken out.
So yeah, it was unfortunate to see him pass away in this episode. But at the same time, you know, I really don't see what else they could do with him.
Hello there.
Hey,
How's it going, dude?
What happened, fellers?
Not much. We just lost Padme's Uncle Anno.
Oh no!
Oh no.
yes.
The uncle.
Yeah, the poison shot first.
It's poisoned.
So Daryl, just you know, we're talking episodes 11 through 15 of Clone Wars season 2. So anything
I
that you
have
want to
seen
say
those.
about
Not in
the
about a year,
previous-
but I've seen them.
Okay.
I've made it through season 3.
Anything you want to say
Okay.
about the episodes we've already covered before we go further?
I do not
Okay.
remember, so when y'all talk about them, that'll bring the memory back to me, and then I'll be able to say something.
This
But right
was
now, I'm at a loss.
the major story point we just went through was Mandalore.
Okay, fair enough.
And meeting Duchess Satine and Obi-Wan's relationship with her.
Oh yeah, that was
Um,
good.
Yeah, we got through that storyline. We're actually up to an episode called Senate Murders, and this was back on Coruscant, and all the senators are trying to work out a new bill being passed of whether or not they're going to make more clones to continue the war. Obviously, Padme is trying to get everything back to diplomacy and everything, but there's a whole side, including a representative from Camino, that wants the bill to pass. They want the clones to be made, obviously, because
Oh.
that's their business.
We like
um,
money.
They like the money. But in the process, the senator that Padme referred to as her uncle, Uncle Anno, was poisoned.
Mind
And,
tricks don't work on me. Hey.
Only poison.
Oh, oh no!
Mhm.
But
Yep.
yeah, this episode is where we get kind of a strange little character as a private detective.
So Mhm.
Uh-oh.
Like the guy that plays the bald Sicilian dude in Princess Bride,
Yes, I
if he
was
was
gonna
if he
say.
was live action, that's who I could imagine playing him.
It's the Princess Bride, so
Inconceivable.
Seriously,
we-
Arlena?
can't
I hate her.
remember the detective's name.
Wow, Daryl. You're looking good.
She does it to me every time. Every time.
Wow.
What happened?
She changed his icon.
She changes my avatar to her.
Nice.
So every time I kill my
Nice.
camera, it's her. And I'm like, kids.
It happens.
Yeah.
What's going on? Sorry, I just saw the chat.
We got, let's see.
Hello to Keely Chow and Darth Maximus. Wait, he's already here.
Yeah. Actually, wait. It looks like. Oh, yeah, never mind.
Yes.
It looks like we're getting raided from Friday Night Tights. Awesome.
It could be. Hey, Keely.
Nice.
We actually we are continuing. We're doing the second half of Animation Friday over here. We ran into some technical difficulties. We started the stream over on the Star Wars guys, and then we jumped over here to the Mac Cave to see if we could push forward and let the show continue. So, welcome to Animation Friday down in the Mac Cave this time.
Yep.
Two.
Oh, real quick, Matt.
Mhm.
I found that chair that you're sitting in.
Oh yeah.
I'm buying one.
Now, something to keep in mind, it's a lower height, and it doesn't
Oh,
change
that's
height.
fine.
So,
That's
but
fine.
it's comfy.
I like
I
low
like
riding.
And he's
I got
swivel.
short legs, so it works.
There you go.
They call me Stumpy.
All right, so
Ah.
Dark Scorpion says that it was Wallace Shawn as Vizzini, by the way.
Okay.
Mm,
So
yeah.
Vizzini, you got my tortellini. Sorry.
So,
yeah. And I want to say there was also a second senator, now I think about it, who was also somewhat adamantly opposed to the creation of clones.
He was the first one to talk to Pat about it.
Yes.
was
In
it the
fact,
guy
there's
that
a
kind of looked like
scene
Jeff?
where yes,
That's kind of what I was thinking. The guy that looked
which
like
later on he
Death.
really does look like Death.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like the early concept of the frost miser or the snow miser, but they just threw it out because he
Yeah.
looks so ugly.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Like, yeah. But for real, he was also somewhat of a sneaky little character, kind of like the private detective, but for different reasons as well.
Yeah.
Because there's a
And that
scene where, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Paul. Go for it, man.
Well, I was going to say there's a scene where Bail Organa and Padme go and talk to both him and the senator from Camino because they suspect that they were responsible for the death of Uncle Anno. And they say, why would we may have disagreed with him, but why would we kill him? I mean, every time he opens his mouth, it's another slogan for one of our fundraisers. So why would we kill off our biggest moneymaker?
Yeah. But of course, Death didn't seem to have a problem with killing him
Exactly.
if he were to be the killer.
Yep.
But just based on how he was acting.
So
Yeah,
then
she's-
Bail and Padme go down. Yep. So then Bail and Padme go down to these docks where they were told that Anno had a secret meeting, and someone tries to kill them there, but they get away, and they run into that Weasley little detective again.
Yeah.
They go back to talk to the Chancellor and to all the rest of the senators, including the one from Camino, because she's pretty much the only suspect left, but she is very adamant that she didn't kill anyone.
And this is the part where we actually somewhat overlooked a very key detail about this. And it also kind of leads up to how she was supposedly going to be convicted. The kind of poison that Uncle Anno ingested was only deadly to Rhodians. And it just so happened that it came from Camino, which is what led to her arrest.
Mm-hmm. But it's also important to know that there was another Rhodian senator with him named Lolo,
who was a bit younger too.
who's a bit younger, that never drank the drink that had the poison in it.
Yes.
And that's pretty much how she was outed as the murderer.
Yeah, she was
And real
very
quick,
upset about
Cobra
the
Disney
war
Jedi,
being
yes,
brought
the
to her
the
world.
detective is...
Mm-hmm.
And real quick to Cobra Disney Jedi, yes, this detective makes you want to punch him in the Clovis too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't have the clip.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's because she had made a statement, Lola did, where it's almost like she said, well, you seem to have forgotten what Anaconda Far did back in like season 1, where he almost gave us away to the Separatists, but I didn't.
Hmm.
And that's kind of like the point that she was missing based off of that, because yes, even though Anaconda Far very well almost did go to the Separatists, or at least that's the way it seemed, he eventually did come to his senses and think to himself, this is not right.
Yeah, this is an episode that really points out the fact that this war tore apart a lot of worlds. They split the communities there. They split the societies. A lot of worlds that just really they wanted nothing to do with the war and had nothing to do with the war until they were pulled into it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, which honestly makes sense because I want to say one of the very first quotes from the Clone Wars is something to the effect of, there's a civil war going on. You have to choose sides with the threat of invasion.
Mm-hmm.
And what means
There's just some
invasion?
people that don't want any.
Breaking
Communication disruptions.
Yeah.
What?
Communication English, yay.
Yes. Yes.
I wonder if the fact that the Star Wars guy stream got so many technical difficulties means we're about to get invaded by someone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. I mean, there could be an incoming punch to the Clovis
Yeah,
that we don't
who
know about.
knows? I've come prepared though. So many buckets to choose to wear, and so many.
If you see a bright light
and
out
so
the
many
window, run
Clovises to
away.
punch
Mm.
with so little time.
Yes.
They're coming with probes.
Oh my goodness. Please don't probe my Clovis.
That needs to be a t-shirt.
Mhm.
Please don't probe my Clovis.
We got your first merch, Paul.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, that's so
Oh
good.
man.
Oh, that's so
I'll let the
good.
Bat Cave make that merch.
Yeah.
If he
Anyways,
won't, I
think that
will.
pretty much
So.
this is the episode where pretty much after all that. Yeah, I think that pretty much closes up the episode where after everyone was found out who did it, we go to the final vote where they said, yes, let's make more clones. And we get a little bit of a nod to a quote from episode 2 where Palpatine originally says, I love democracy and I love the Republic, where he said to Padme and Bail Organa, even though I don't like the decision that was made, ultimately that's what the Senate wanted to do, and we have to respect that.
Yep. And in that same scene, you could see Palpatine's nose grow like 2 inches longer.
Yeah. This episode definitely
Yeah, pretty much.
solidifies the false directions Palpatine sends everybody in. I mean, he's pulling the strings, man, the whole time. And all these different worlds get pulled into it. All the senators are just basically puppets, and it's insane how in control of all of this Palpatine really is. Uh-oh, did we lose him?
Don't know. I don't
Oh.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They might have been punched.
Pretty
in the
much it
Clovis.
for all 5 of these episodes. So
Uh-oh. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yep, now I can hear you. Let me
Yeah.
see if it helps if I...
all right, so check this out, guys.
Yep.
Okay. So I just looked, and we have, because we're starting from episode 16. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 episodes. Now we're taking a break, seeing New Year's Eve. So when we come back on the next Friday after the New Year, do you want to do the final 7 episodes, or do you want to break it up 4 and 3?
I think if after the break, if you guys want to do just like a large episode and hit all of them, I'm down with that.
Okay, that works.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl, you talked about these episodes with us. Would you like
I
to?
think he's there right now.
He had to let the dog out.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not
Nope.
there right now. No.
okay.
Oh. Yeah, this delay makes it kind of
Nice.
weird. I think overall, though, we had a
It
good
does.
block of
Yeah, it
episodes
does.
here and solid story points that really push
Alright.
this series forward.
Before we close out, I guess.
Yeah, I'm starting to lose you guys again. But if you guys can hear me, I think this might be a good spot to wrap it up. And like you said, if however you want to go into the next set of episodes.
That works.
Alrighty, well, in that case, cue the outros.
Absolutely, guys. I appreciate everybody being patient with us and jumping to another channel to continue on with this episode.
Can you hear us, Matt
of
Cave?
Animation Friday. Yep, I can hear you. I can hear you guys. Seems like the delay is getting longer.
All right, cool.
But if you guys can hear me, if you guys want to do your outro, I'll do it last. This way we know we're in line.
I think it is too. With every time. All right, sounds good. Well, guys, thank you so much for
Oh boy, I think we lost them all together. Well, guys, as always, guys, you know, when it comes to the Star Wars, guys, and really for the community altogether, in the words of Paul and Mike, the Force is family. And thank you so much for hopping over to the other channel so that we could tackle the second half of Animation Friday. And until next time, guys, we'll see you after the holiday break where we wrap up season 2 of the Clone Wars. This is going to be a good run of episodes where we're going to start to be introduced to not only new characters, but some very familiar characters that we're going to really get excited about seeing. And it's going to make what we have upcoming in the Star Wars world even more exciting. So, guys, the Force is family. Keep retro gaming alive. And until next time, everyone, have a great night.